It's agile, it's nimble, it handles like it's on rails. And like I said, that predictability you get from all the range of Stabicraft, for me, is, you can't beat it. My name's Paul, I'm from Melbourne. Been a Staby owner for the past 6 years. Started with a 2050. Originally ordered the 1850 and then the limited edition came out and I couldn't help myself and upgraded to the 2050. Ran that boat for a few years, which then my passion for game fishing increased from just bottom bouncing sort of stuff right through to marlin. So as that passion progressed, the drive to go for a bigger boat, more comfortable boat, and knowing what I wanted exactly on the boat just grew from there. And then upgraded to the 24. So I went with the 24 because my two favourite hulls from Stabicraft in the bigger boats are definitely the 21 and the 24. Previously having the 2050, the upgrade to the 21 was a bit of a hard to justify. Coming up to Eden, I like to do the overnighters in bays like we are today. So I wanted to have the toilet so it was comfortable, have room. Like I'm 6'4", so it's nice to have that extended bunk to be able to sleep in, be able to have the toilet, the oven, those sorts of facilities, and being able to do overnighters comfortably. I fish off Portland where I've got the diesel heater in there for those mornings to defrost the windscreen and that sort of stuff. But the 24, it's just, following sea aside, I see all that sort of stuff. It's safe as houses. The specs of the boat, obviously it's a Stabicraft 2400 Supercab. It's got a 2.3 beam with a 19-degree dead rise. Holds 300 litres of fuel. The way I've got it kitted out, because I've got a fair bit of electronics, and on my GFAB trailer, which I sourced from New Zealand, I'm coming in about 3 tonnes. So it's nice, easy, a Ranger can tow it, cruiser easy, obviously tow it. I've got the bifold doors, which I think if anyone's ordering a 2400, definitely consider getting the bifold doors, because after a long day's fishing, you pull up, put it on the trailer, stop past the pub, put your gear inside, lock it all up, go and enjoy your meal, and then you can head off without anything getting stolen. Obviously I run the pile warmer, which most boats run these days. I like at home to cook up, smoke a bit of meats and make some briskets and some ribs, so it's always good to throw them in a foil tray, and it's a pretty nice way to live life, out on the shelf eating some nice smoked brisket. And then with the outriggers and stuff, I opted for the bonds. I just like the amount of surface area they take up when you're mounting. With a big plate in the back, there's no flex in any of the walls or anything like that. Running a full 6-speaker for a fusion, nothing overly flash about it, no subbies or that. I am running an amp just so we've got a little bit more tunes, and I've got stereo controls down here at the bait station. So on this boat I'm running the full Garmin suite, so I've got the 8416 in the centre on the dash, and then I've got the 8412 up in the centre, so I can run that with my radar. I've got the Phantom 24 radar on the roof in black to go with the silver and black theme. Twin SS175 high wide and 175 low transducers running through a GSD 26 module. I was never a Merc person until I was converted on my last boat. I upgraded the motor after I had quite a few hours on my Yami, and they convinced me to go Merc, and I gave it a go on the V8, and I'm converted. The torque, the power, the economy, you can't beat it. They sound wicked when you put them into their sports exhaust mode. They work. Never had an issue. When I'm on the troll, I'm burning 6 to 7 litres an hour. Maxed out, I've had it is about pretty much just on 40 knots. But 40 knots is more than I need. I had Steve's custom welding make up some custom slimy tubes for the back, so it actually will fit all Staby transoms. Steve also done my snapper racks, which are fully removable for our snapper and whiting fishing down in Port Phillip Bay. And I run it all through the Evolution 360 rod holders, which are one of those things, once you've had them, you'll never have a boat without them. Just being able to adjust your spread on the fly and make your lures just dial them in so they're actually swimming exactly how they should be, it's a game changer. So I went with the standard option of the Ultralon UDEC flooring Stabicraft offer, but it's great. It quietens the boat down that little bit off the aluminium, soft underfoot, and you get back on land, and it's just those 5% things that just make your day easier on the water. Easy to clean, easy maintenance, and it looks great. I haven't found a company that does a bait station as good as this. Quite a few obviously imitate it. With the clear glass window, the opening hatch, you got your leader. At the moment I've sitting my rigging needles in there, I've got my little light. Plenty of cup holders, which is fantastic, and sinker holders, which is always good, so they're not banging away. The handrail, you can just stand at the back all day. You can use it to, balance when you're fighting the fish. It's just well designed, it's simple, it works. So on the back of the boat, I'm running the Zip Wake 300Ss. I think they're fantastic for this hull. You just turn them on, once they're programmed right, and which is easy to do, you just turn them on to auto and you just leave them do their thing for the whole day. We were running a little bit later to the boat ramp yesterday than we were planning. We went out and got some bait, chased some marlin. Unsuccessful day, but it was a great day on the water. And then finished off at the Fad and just picked up a few small dollies just to be able to get some sashimi, which we'll chop up today. A bit of ginger and a bit of soy, wasabi, and maybe we might do a bit of brisket we had left over and some rolls and enjoy some time on the water. I pretty much just run Shimano. I've always loved Shimano. So I run Tiger 50 wides and Talika 50s for all my marlin and tuna gear and swords. And then I'll run Saragosas or my older Stellas, for the kings, for some dollies and that sort of stuff. And then I was just running my precision outriggers through the Bond's Kraken arms, which I love. To be able to go that anodized black, it just matches throughout the boat. So on the Stabicraft Fan Page, I'm the admin alongside with Tony Stammer, who was running the page by himself for a few years, and as the page grew, he was looking for a bit of assistance, someone that was just as passionate about the brand and the owners, and asked me if I was, would jump on board, help him grow the page a bit, help manage it, and run competitions on it, growing the page as a brand of Stabicraft has, not just been large for New Zealand and Australia, it's grown to the US and Alaska, and just watching the adventures, of people doing the Fiordlands in New Zealand right up to, off Alaska, or, taking boats through under the Golden Gate Bridge, just from a brand that's come from Paul Adams building these small ab diving boats in New Zealand out of his shed to they're a worldwide boat now, and the stories that come from it, I just love it. The best memory in a Stabicraft would have to be 122 kilo southern bluefin tuna we got off Portland last year. And we had a few other mates around on boats and that sort of stuff. So just a celebration that sort of went with it. After the man hours you put in, trips that you do donuts, that no one likes to talk about, but it all happens with everyone, and when it actually comes through, it's just that bit sweeter. I definitely think this is my forever boat. I'd love to get a 1450 just as a bay boat. Seeing Ben's orange one, getting around the bay. They're so much fun, they're so easy. But I find I happily launch this 24-foot boat by myself. Having the correct trailer, set up well, it makes a huge difference. On and off, I definitely think the 24 is the best balance of a really ultimate offshore weapon, but still being able to use it for that small task of just, easily getting, a good feed of whiting.